To get you familiar using components, let's reconstruct our app component, making a few changes. I'm going to start out by removing the code currently in our app component file. The first thing I'll do is define my class and name it app component. I want to export this file to make sure that other files can use our component. We'll declare a property within our class and name it page title, followed by a colon, and then the data type of string. Then we can define a default value, which we'll call dev.bookstore. Next, let's go ahead and define the component decorator above the class. We always begin with an @, then the name of the decorator. The component decorator is a function, so we need to type parentheses. And then we're going to pass in an object, so we add the curly braces. Notice that we are getting an underline error here, and the reason is because we need to import component from Angular Core. So we'll say import, and then we want component, and we're getting this from Angular Core. Now the error goes away, and we can complete the metadata. So within our component metadata, we first need to add a selector to provide a name for the directive when used within our HTML. The current convention is to prefix the selector with something to identify as part of our application. So we'll use BS for bookstore, and the second part of the name represents the component name, so we use app. Next, we'll define the template. And with defining the template, we can either reference another file or put in any valid HTML code. In this case, we'll add some HTML directly into the template area. We can use either single or double quotes, or we can also use backticks. And the backticks are located at the top left of your keyboard, and they are needed if you're spreading out your code into more than one line. We can use Angular data binding here to display our page title property defined below. To do this, we just need to add the name of our property inside of curly brackets, and then also add in another line with the text app component test. And that's it. You've now created your first Angular component. But how do we use it? So all we need to do is add the selector that we created called BSApp into our index.html file. Once we've done that, we can go back into our terminal and restart our application. And now we have successfully bootstrapped Angular and are displaying our first component. Pretty sweet.